Hello gamers. So I decided to search Earthbound on Craigslist here to see what popped up. I've been looking for the game for a while. I love it in my collection. And I came across this. And a person says here, up for sale is Earthbound for the NES, asking $35. Well, and this person says right here, Earthbound NES never came out in the US. It is a fake cartridge with no value. I am a video game expert, and the art is from an Earthbound fan site. So, give me a moment here, guys. So I kind of chuckled to myself because I know a couple of things. I could be wrong. It could be true. I heard it from a couple other YouTubers, and I emailed this guy, just to kind of just kind of educate him a little bit, but this is what I sent him. I haven't gotten a response back, but I'm sure in the near future I will, hopefully, because I think it would be pretty entertaining. This is what I posted. I posted, "Are you now? Well, if you do know anything about the NES in any way, there is technically 6 real Earthbound cards floating around in the USA. That 6, it could be a little overboard, it could be less, it could be more, but I think I remember hearing 6. It could have been 4, it could have been 8, I don't know. Floating around the USA. They are prototype carts. None have the official label on it. Most were written on with marker or a white sticker. If I recall, 2 out of the 6 floating around don't even have a shell for it. On top of that, you can find a ROM for it online. Also, you can purchase a reproduction cart of the game with that ROM burned on a new EEPROM. Earthbound was going to be released for the NES, but never was officially, but it did make it onto USA grounds. It just didn't make it out to the masses. So before actually calling yourself an expert, know your stuff and do your research, because claiming you know something isn't always the truth. There is always someone who has There is always someone who has something or knows of something that you didn't even know existed. Well, I could be wrong of how many carts are actually floating around. I will admit that, but I know they exist. They're out there, and just not in the masses. And I do know that there's reproduction carts being made for it. I've seen them on a site that I go to for reproduction carts. I haven't purchased any. I plan on for some of these, unreleased games and whatnot that ended up being a ROM. But I just found it kind of funny that this person called himself an expert. And if there's one thing I know as a gamer, no one's really a true gaming expert. When it comes to gaming, there's always something to learn. There's always something to find that you did not know existed or didn't know was actually true. I had the hardest time, like Final Fantasy was a big one for me. I had a hard time convincing some of my friends, sorry, my finger's in the way, Um, there's not really much to look at. But convincing some of my friends who also played Final Fantasy that Final Fantasy 2 and 3 for the Super Nintendo weren't actually 2 and 3 in Japan. It was 4 and 6. And they argued that fact due to the fact that, okay, if that's 4 and 6, what about 5? Well, I'll admit, I knew that since probably 97, 96. It was about the time when Final Fantasy 7 was released. But yet again, you know, a lot of my friends argued that fact, and I thought it was funny that they would, you know, because at the time, I will admit, in 97, I did have the internet. I had DSL to be exact, and 95 and 96 I actually had AOL. And if there's one thing that I did do was I did look up game-related stuff, and like I said before, when it comes to the gaming world, there's always something new to learn. There's always something that you didn't know existed. And for somebody to call themselves a gaming expert, it kind of makes me laugh, because, I mean, unless if you are this hardcore gamer who reads and reads and finds out every single detail of every single game and prototype and everything that was ever released or was about to be released and never got a chance to be released, you are not really an expert. I mean, there's always something to learn. There's always something to find out. And I can almost say that for all the gamers out there, I guarantee it may not be every day, but damn near at least weekly or even monthly for some, that you find out something new you didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know prototype carts existed. There was a time when I didn't even know what the Nintendo World Championship cart was. I didn't know it existed up until, you know, I started watching videos in the gaming community. I mean, when I first found out about it, I was like, what is that? And guess what I did? I looked it up on eBay to see how much it was, possibly buy it and check it out to see what it was. Go to find out it's a $3,000 game, and yeah, I'm never owning that cart. I have no reason to own the cart. I own Super Mario Brothers, I own Tetris, and I own Rad Racer. If I do want one, I will probably just get a reproduction, but to me, there's no sense in me spending $3,000 on a game that gives you a time limit on doing something. I mean, yeah, I guess it would be a fun party game to compete against your friends and whatnot, but, you know, I think you can do that on a stopwatch. A stopwatch and knowledge of the World Championship cart. If you think about it, you know, collect 100 coins, you know, get so many points, whatever it is. I don't even know it all, but nobody's a true expert. Just like I found out through another YouTuber that there is no such thing as a true hardcore gamer. You are just a gamer and nothing more. You enjoy the games. Him. Big Daddy Darth. Sorry, man, I couldn't think of your screen name if my life depended on it, but you taught me something. And, yeah, sorry I couldn't remember your... I was thinking Darth Vader or something, but, yeah, I was close, but I didn't want to spit it out not knowing what your, yeah, real screen name was. But you, you taught me that there wasn't really anything that resembles a true hardcore gamer. You taught me something, and I appreciate it. Opened up a whole new world for me, in the ways of thinking of what a hardcore gamer is, or a game expert. So when I saw that, it made me chuckle, considering of what you said to me on my video of hardcore gamer. So yeah, there's my things that come up on my page. Just let everybody know I'm kind of big into cats. I like cats. They're fuzzy, furry, and cute. So I got a couple of them that pop up. So, but anyways, enough of me rambling. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will be posting up here a pickup video shortly. I'm just waiting for a few things, and hopefully you guys will like what I've gotten. In that pickup video, I will have a couple of games in there that I just picked up because they were dirt cheap and will be willing to trade. So thanks for watching, guys. Later.